Hi folks, well I finally finished it. We're now looking at the completed goods yard. About time. So we'll have a quick run along from one end to the other. So this will be to drop onto the roadside. There's a crane I made today. And then the goods shed itself. And the other end, which will eventually up there lead to that station which is next on the list. So, you've seen some photos at the beginning of what this used to look like and how it started life. So let's take the sections as they are. So let's start with this one here. This had that sort of like rail side look to it with the beams coming down, etc. But it wasn't very prominent and it was backed up with brick. And the brick was damaged in a lot of places. So plastic card facing, plastic card strips just literally glued on. That was it, that simple. If you remember, the top of these was kind of like a paved effect, which I liked, but there was no way on God's earth could I recreate it for inside the goods shed. And I also thought it would make moving stuff around on the platform really difficult. So in my head, you know, they'd complained and somebody's come along and re-tarmacked it. So in case you're wondering what I used, it's just wet and dry paper. Quite simply, wet and dry, glued on. So anyway, these things here, the mail carrier bogies, whatever you want to call them, I already had this stuff in stock. So the plan is that that heads down that platform to the parcels office for the mail. We've just had a delivery of booze off the last wagon in. This is kind of like the final remnants of the steam age. In the base of a steam engine would come in head first, could fill up with water while it's here. Probably not so much use, but I just thought it was a nice little something on the end of the platform. On the other side, which was the side that was open with them silly legs you saw, again plastic carded in, and then quite simply some brick paper. This time it was from Scale Model Scenery. So downloaded that, put on a photo paper, and what you're looking at here are coffee stirrers painted brown. The idea being that they would act as a bump strip as wagons reversed up to the bay to load, so they're not hitting the brick, they're hitting the timber. Sounds like a good idea to me anyway. But yeah, I really like these bits and pieces here with the beer bottles in the crates and the barrels and what have you. And for those of you that are interested, get out the light, that's what it was. Prizer, catalogue number 171005. I know it's for HO, but it's not that much difference, is it? So yeah, so this end of the platform is just kind of a repeat of the other. That one has a blank end because it's going to make the terminus. This doesn't, it's going to go down the roadside. So again, we've got some more of the barrels I got today. A few guys working. A couple of cable reels. These, again, my favourites. Coffee stirrers. Unpainted ones. Painted ones. My crane that I did today, and I think I chose right in not painting it. I was going to, and I just decided no. So it's had a coat of matte varnish, and then I've just used some dark earth Humbrol weathering powders on it, and I think it looks fine. The only other thing I've done is, if I'm just getting close, you can see what looks like the darker bits. That's Humbrol even oil stain. So just to give the illusion that things do get oiled and that it is still kind of in use and around its pivot base and what have you. So that's that. And then on our good shed roof, obviously you can see I've weathered it, bit of black soot here because you'd have trains venting through there. And then at the side, again quite heavily weathered, particularly here. Now on the original picture, this goods yard went down there, and it kind of had a tunnel effect going in. I didn't like that. I hated that wall, so I just cut it out completely, and then obviously cut the doorway here you could see on the photos that we didn't have that originally. We put a doorway in there to give access onto the platforms. I took out the 2 back vents. I think the reason was, if I remember right, is because I just didn't have one. I couldn't find them anywhere, so I just took them out. But it's been re-roofed. Can't remember whose paper that was again. I think it was Scale Model Scene, because I've just kind of started using their stuff. As you saw in the photo, this here, all of that is an add-on. It's just all plastic card because the station stopped back in there and I didn't like it, so I brought it out to here. I had a half broken set of signal box ladders which I've put to use there for the staff to walk into, and then if we take the lid off you can get to see inside. So as you can see, we built a little office in it, and it is just a little office. There's no furniture in it. Didn't see the point in that for something that's this small, but yeah, there's no furniture, but there's an opening door as you can see, and then you've got the little work desk to go from. Bottles coming in off the latest delivery off the truck, and then we've got on this side guy going out on the platforms, weighing scales, a couple more than bogies and some general notices, and hiding in the background, I can't get in, there is a push bike. You can just to say make it out. So let me just pull out. Bear with me folks. So there we are, finally finished, and I think I'm quite happy with that. Oh, wrong way around, Norman, you fool. Get that together. So yeah, we've got a little bit throwback to the steam, as I say, with the old water pipe. Flat end to go to the terminus station. I hashed around Hornby goods yard shed. I think it looks so much better without this stupid wall that goes either windows on it. I mean, I know that's probably what they were like, but personally I didn't like it. And it meant that what was the point of having anything in the goods shed, because you couldn't see it. Yes, you can argue the point of when I put this on you still can't see it, but you can if you go down to that level, and that's the view that you get under the roof. So when I get onto one of them truck cams like some of you people have got, that's what you'll see. So yeah, I'm happy with all of that. I'm happy with my crane. I made the right choice. It was either that or I can't remember what the other make was, but it was about half the price, but it didn't look anything and it looked small. So there we go, another project finally finished, my good shed. So thank you all for watching. Thank you to all the extra subscribers who have come on the last couple of days since I last made a video, because I noticed there's a few of them. Unfortunately it doesn't always tell me who you are, so for those of you who haven't had a private message off me, because if you subscribe and you show your subscriptions, I'll know who you are, and I always send a personal thank you for subscribing to the channel. So for those of you that I can't do that to, thank you. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for watching. But yeah, there you go, another job finished. Another, let's take something that's absolutely wrecked or crap, in the sake of that, as you saw in the photos at the beginning, and turn it around. I'm over the moon with that. So there you go folks. One last thing quickly before I go. I did ask a question the other day, and I think it was only John from Canal Sardens who even come back to me about it, was regarding detailing for these fellas. I really could do some help, guys. I am struggling to find detailing kits for anything in diesels at all. Steam stuff, not an issue. Diesels, practically impossible now that Shawplan or Extreme Etchings or whatever they call themselves just isn't bothering anymore. I spoke to Peter's Spares yesterday. He's had an order in for 9 months, it's never been fulfilled. So anybody any ideas, anything at all, just so I can get some bits and pieces moving on these. But anyway folks, I'll get going. I bored you enough. There it is, one finally finished Good yard. Thanks a lot. Bye.